Okay. All right. It's going to be tough for me to talk about today's topic because I've been following leaks for lots of different smartphones for a while, and there's a very big release. You know, there's a phone that I'm not even talking about anymore because I think it is so overhyped and there's so much anticipation around it. I cannot wait to get my hands on this smartphone, the best smartphone hands down of 2017. We all know what it's gonna be. The Google Pixel 2. We all know this. Note 8, who even cares? Galaxy S8 is gonna be thrown into the slums, and the iPhone edition, who even cares about that, is gonna be a joke next to the Google Pixel 2, which is gonna be coming out in October. The rumors for this thing are through the roof. Everyone is just pumped and excited for it. The Pixel team has done it again. You know, last year they satisfied everyone with the Google Pixel, just blew everyone away. Everyone's favorite, absolute best takeaway winner for smartphone last year. And now the Pixel 2 is gonna raise the bar even higher. And by the bar, I mean that little glass piece on the back that doesn't do anything. That they're raising up higher. So the first bit of interesting news I heard about the Google Pixel 2 is that they were considering removing the headphone jack. Similar to another smartphone that happened to do that last year. And then Pixel actually made fun of them for removing it. They're like, hey, the Google Pixel still has a headphone jack. Now they're just gonna remove it too. Helps with waterproofing, lets them have a bigger battery. But more importantly than that, it just shows that they don't stand by anything they actually try to brag about. And it's definitely going to upset a lot of people in the Android community. But they don't care about that. They care about stealing users from Apple. That's why they made a smartphone that looks exactly like the iPhone. And I've heard the complaint, you know, I watched that exposing Tailosive tech video when I talked about the Pixel 2, so I hope you guys are watching this. I expect to be exposed all over again. That all smartphones look the same. So what do I want in a phone? Because all phones look like iPhones. Not true. Galaxy S8 was a very original design. It does not look like an iPhone 7. Also, LG G6, pretty original design as well. Took things in a different approach that's more similar to Samsung, but it's still its own unique trait. It has two cameras, S8 has one. They chose a 2:1 aspect ratio while Samsung has their curved displays. There's differences, okay? These companies chose directions that they thought were interesting, whereas the Pixel lineup just looked at the footprint of an iPhone and said, let's do that. And as I predicted this year, it looks like the Pixel 2 is going to be doing something very similar and just do what everyone else is doing, which to a certain extent, I'm totally fine with that. They really need to copy everyone else this year. It's pretty hilarious that the Pixel actually comes out after every other flagship phone. Like, this will be after the iPhone edition. This will come out after the Note 8. And it's kind of like having a Kentucky Derby. You know, they're last across the finish line, so they have the worst ideas. So based on these leaks, it looks like that they're going with the 2:1 aspect ratio with the curved corners, so that luckily, please, and thank you, they get this chin a lot smaller. Such a wasted piece of space. I still can't understand why they okayed that. Actually, yeah, I do. It's because if they put Touch ID on the front of the phone, it would look identical to an iPhone. So they put it on the back, that way they can't get sued. And keep in mind, when the Google Pixel 2 comes out, the new iPhone will have wireless charging. So now that'll be a standard among Samsung products and Apple products. And because of the Note 8 and iPhone edition's release, that means that both Samsung and Apple, the biggest smartphone developers, will both be shipping premium smartphones with dual cameras. A great feature, whether you're going to be doing telephoto shots, portrait shots that look great on the iPhone 7, and I'm sure they'll look even better on the iPhone edition, which is rumored to have 4K at 60 frames a second recording. Please and thank you. I hope that rumor is true. And maybe the Galaxy Note 8 will have that. We don't know for sure, but if it does, it's rumored to have an even further telephoto lens and a very wide-angle lens to give those Samsung users plenty of options, which is really cool and exciting. But what are you gonna get on the Pixel 2? Just one. They didn't feel the need, even though companies like OnePlus 5 are having dual cameras. Lots of independent, kind of budget-friendly Android developers are still doing dual cameras. Some of them are not telephoto, some of them, like the Essential Phone, a startup company, likes to have one lens that is monochrome and one lens that is about color so that you can merge them and have one really crisp image. Nope, Google Pixel, they've got a good enough camera. They're just gonna have one, that's all you need. Oh, and why is it the best camera? Because one company in Europe, who we've never looked at to base our phone cameras reviews on in the past, suddenly says, Pixel is the best camera. That's all it takes. I guess you just need one critic to say it's good, not an entire army of consumers who actually buy it and use it. I guarantee you, you can brag about the HDR settings and the crispness of the Pixel phone camera all you want. When people see the portrait mode on an iPhone 7 Plus, or they see selective focus on the Galaxy S8, they're gonna choose that. And then this morning, I saw a new leak for the Pixel, which shows me that this Pixel rant for the second generation that I'll be making when it comes out is gonna be even easier than than I thought. This very blurry image shows the minor version, the not XL version of the Pixel. And oh my god, it looks like it came out 8 years ago. Giant forehead and chin. Luckily, they at least put front-facing speakers on this thing, like they did with the Nexus 6P all those years ago. I don't know why this is a leaked image. It looks like a phone that came out back in the Nexus days, but that doesn't exist anymore. Though this is a brand new Pixel phone. The only possible way this phone can be acceptable, and the reason I would not actually despise this design, is if this leak of the Pixel regular size is actually a budget-friendly Pixel phone, instead of just having two useless phones that are extremely high-priced, you know, without headphones included. You can have one phone, the Pixel XL, that has the semi-premium design. Ooh, a little bit of glass on the back, fancy. And that 2:1 aspect ratio that looks a bit more current with today's lineup. Have that with a premium price tag, and please, Google, just include headphones with the purchase. That is a standard thing now. But if you are gonna have that regular Pixel with the giant forehead and chin, make that thing $400, because if this phone that just leaked is a dime over $399, then it is not worth it just by me looking at it. No, that's not gonna fly. So I can't wait to read all the comments and dislikes on this one, and all I can say is I am so grateful to be an Apple sheep in this day and age, because I'm finding out about leaks about, you know, when wireless charging will be available, Face ID will be capable with Apple Pay, the front and rear facing cameras on the next iPhone could have 4K at 60. These are insane leaks, but they're coming directly from Apple. I get to look forward to that, whereas the Google Android community gets these images to get excited about, like, oh, yay, that's what we have coming. And that headphone jack we defended last year, that's going away too. So of course, let me know all your thoughts and opinions on the Pixel 2 in the comments below. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.